Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria. Today, we deviate from direct or detailed information on the fingers, which we've already covered, and we're going back to points of interest. This is a little more advanced level, but I'll try to make it as easy as possible for you to understand. You're going to look for signs that re-emphasize a major personality feature of the hand shape, finger length, and fingerprint. Now, we don't have prints today, so we can omit that. So the first thing is looking at the hand and making a judgment, looking for what seems to stand out. Suggested ones would be hand shapes. All right, let's take this one as we look at. This is our model for today. Hand shape. Well, it's already been measured, and it is a fire hand. Rectangular hand, palm portion, and this finger, Saturn finger, this is the finger we used in the measurement. This is shorter than the length of the palm. It's a long Saturn finger, but in comparison, it's still shorter than the palm. The palm stands out. So this is a fire hand. And just as a reminder for just a few things, these people seek all kinds of activity. They have exciting lives, but there's always a challenge with it, and they don't reject the challenge. They go right for it. They follow deadlines. Sometimes they're a little late. They like to take a risk, take a chance. They don't get boredom. They don't become bored very quickly. And they just don't like things that represent routine. They do need reassurance from the physical act of love. Physical act of love. They need to feel that they're there. Now, let's go on to the fingers. Now, we look at the fingers, and the focus should be mainly, because it carries a little more information, it's more about the person. It is the index finger and the thumb. I'll say a little bit, time permitting, about the rest of these, but focusing on the index finger first, we can see it's level with the ring finger. In fact, it seems to want to move up just a tad higher. So this person has confidence in themselves. Self-esteem is pretty good. So there's no problem there. Remember, this finger deals with the self. It's like looking in a mirror at yourself. Self-esteem's good, self-assurance. So along with that fire element, this means success. Up to the person, though. Success. And let's look at the thumb. We'll cover the thumb in greater details next week. All right, here's the thumb. And the thumb is relatively long because when we measure from the tip of the thumb straight across, it would be higher than the center of this bottom flange. Okay? So this is a long thumb. That's a mark of a leader. That's someone who you would think of as the boss, the CEO, the person in charge. They like that. It's strong. And they have a slight curve here, indicating there's some flexibility. I wouldn't say it's a whole lot, but there is some flexibility here. So there are a lot of positive elements here for the person. All right, now with the fingers, this is long. Very long. This is imbalance, good balance. And this is short. So they have well, it's not going to be the easiest point, but they'll be okay. All right, just taking a scan next of the fingers. And it says the strength and clarity of the major lines. All right, they have some issues at the beginning of lifetime until their 20s. Once they get in the early 20s, things seem to straighten out a bit. They are close to the family because the line here, lifeline and headline, are joined together at the start. And that breaks away around 20. So that makes them a little cautious because of what they've learned here. And it was a little troublesome in here, a little illness, little problems here because we do have islands here, a chain of them. All right, Now, mentally, that looks good. And let's take a look at the lifeline. Lifeline goes around. It's a little weak, but it gets stronger as they get older. So I would say this is like a late bloomer. Success seems to come more at in their later years. Looks like once they get to the middle to late 20s and go into the 30s, everything seems to blossom. They have to watch the health because there's a health line here. Yeah. They're trying, and it could be because of the problems from this early part here. Now let's take a look at the heart line. The usual problems in the heart line, heartbreaks and so on. These are islands, disappointments and so on. But look at it as it moves on. It gets better. It gets better. Life gets better later on in life. All right, let's take a look for a fate line. Well, fate line is trying here a little bit. It's not doing too much. So either they, because of illness, because when I see this health line here, that represents little problems with the health or times you have to just be on the lookout for it, take care as best you can. They're trying. And here over on this side, we do see an allergy sign, so they have to watch what they eat. But they've got much support here, a lot of support lines here, a lot of them here. Okay. Lines of influence. All right. I don't see, with all of these little lines here, there's not much going on as far as stress lines. Lines are going up. Stress lines always go horizontally across. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's go on. Timing. I mentioned to you about the timing already. All right, let's see if there are any markings there and how they affect the major lines. Markings. All right, they do have some little markings here, but not of any major significance. And they're coming accidentally or just slightly further on into the hand. There's some little markings up here of little significance. They're parts of lines, so I wouldn't really call them markings. And there is a protective sign here. This is a square. So they would be very good as a teacher or someone who tends to be in a position like a teacher, someone who advises, counsels, things of that nature. Okay? So it looks good. So I'd say with this person, even though they had problems early in life, that changes as they get older. Once they get to the late 20s and on, things get so much better. All right? Well, I hope you found some interest in this way of doing things for this lesson, points of interest. We will always be coming back to points of interest. That's our goal, to be able to do it yourselves. Well, give a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care. Love yourself. Love and light. Bye.